You know the feeling. One day she's warm, close, and engaged. The next, she's distant, guarded, and entirely unreachable. You're left standing in the middle of this emotional push and pull, trying to figure out what changed. Most men react to this by assuming she's playing games, trying to manipulate the situation, or simply checking out emotionally. Yet genuine indifference is stable. It lacks this kind of friction. If she truly didn't care, the dynamic would feel peaceful and predictable. This tension exists because of an invisible pull. You feel this constant curiosity and magnetic strain because hidden emotions are working overtime beneath the surface. These contradictions are the signature of an active, deliberate battle for emotional control. To understand this behavior, we have to look at the root of her fear. For a woman who has spent years building emotional walls, experiencing a real connection feels dangerous. This represents her internal state, a glowing core of growing attachment, protected by thick, rotating barriers. Love means losing control. As the core expands, defenses work harder. The deeper she falls, the more fiercely she hides it to protect her emotional safety. She is constantly running a silent risk assessment. Showing her true feelings exposes her to the risk of rejection, a cost she isn't yet willing to pay. So when she suddenly goes cold, she is engaging a panicked defense mechanism against her own escalating internal feelings. The law of suppressed emotion dictates that buried feelings eventually build internal pressure. This pressure creates these cracks, behavioral leaks that she cannot fully contain. One major leak is the filtered mask. She will start editing herself in real time, overthinking her responses to ensure she sounds perfectly composed and unaffected. Watch the eyes. She might hold your gaze a second too long, then snap her eyes away quickly, as if she accidentally let you see something she wasn't ready to reveal. Then there is the distance test. She will pull back for days, but the internal pressure eventually forces her to send a low-stakes, casual message just to keep the connection alive. Her energy also shifts during moments of perceived threat. If you succeed at something without her or interact with someone else, she might go quiet or become suddenly distant. This is hidden jealousy. It doesn't explode, it tightens. She withdraws and acts overly composed to mask the fact she is affected. When her words remain neutral, but her behavior leaks through these cracks, her level of emotional investment becomes much more apparent. Look closer at her distance. You are seeing a calculated exercise in self-restraint. Maintaining a mask of detachment while feeling strong emotions carries a heavy cost. It requires a massive amount of mental energy to monitor every word and reaction. This energy expenditure is the ultimate tell. People do not spend this much effort managing their image around someone who means nothing to them. It is a reminder that feelings and readiness are two different things. She can care deeply for you and still lack the courage to risk opening up. Your natural instinct might be to force a resolution or demand an explanation. Doing so will almost certainly backfire. That pressure threatens her fragile sense of safety. It forces her to retreat even further into her defenses, to regain the control she feels she's losing. The most effective response is emotional groundedness. This means staying completely unbothered by her push and pull cycle and stopping the search for validation. When you remove the pressure, you create an emotionally safe space. Without a force to push against, her guard can naturally weaken at its own pace. True strength lies in recognizing the truth in her actions, without ever needing her to say the words out loud.